Okay, so I'm literally gonna set the timer for 15 minutes. And we tried to do like a newbie training today, and I know a lot of new people were not able to get on. So I did one anyways with mostly leaders who knew everything I was saying to them anyways, which is fine. It's good to have reminders to know like how other people are doing it. So basically, I get that it's not easy for everyone to be able to like attend all these meetings, and especially those of us who have a lot of kids or very young kids. It's hard to, even if you want to and have desire to, sometimes it is hard to make the time for it. I get that. First of all, it's extremely important in a business like this that you learn and figure out a way that's right for you to manage your time and to own your time. For our personal team, I highly suggest Jade Hooper. I talked about that today on the Zoom. She has a YouTube channel. I wish I was as cool as her and could have my own YouTube channel too. Maybe one day, I don't know. But I just wanted to record something that was shareable with everybody. You can watch it on your own time. You don't have to sit there and like stare at me. It's not like I did my makeup to do this. So if you want to play it while you're driving in the car, while you're doing your dishes, whatever, do whatever you want. But just try to at least get some of this information, because I think what unfortunately happens is people sign, they get discouraged, and they don't give it the chance that it really deserves. I was a huge skeptic for like a long time. I won't give you my whole story. If you're ever interested in it, you could, I don't mind sharing it, but I really more want this to be able to give you guys some information that I think everyone needs, and maybe you just don't have the time to commit to these Zoom type chats. So I just wasted a minute or so. I'm going to start talking right now. So I have like lists and stuff. So you'll hear 6 lists, right? So it's basically 6 things in a day that we try to do. Okay. Everyone's is going to look different. I have 2 really young kids, so my 6 list is going to look different from like Rochelle, who, is a personal trainer, and they're going through like fertility stuff. Like everybody on our team is different. So just because I'm doing it this way doesn't mean you have to do it exactly this way, but try to figure out like how you could take what I'm saying and apply it to your life and what you're doing. One thing that I heard, when I first started was, if you're not doing something like actively, either having vendor booths, rapping people at rap parties, talking to people in friggin' coffee shops, or for me and for most people, posting on your Facebook and reaching out to people and messaging people and having a certain number of messages you want to send a day and following up with people you've messaged before, growing your friends list, stuff like that. If you're not doing these things, you're not open for business. You can't just expect it. If you treat it like it's, what I mean? They say like, if you treat it like a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby. If you treat it like a job, like a business, like something you want to go somewhere, then that's what'll happen with it. So my 6 things, okay, real quick. I just jotted these down this morning while I was basically trying to plan the Zoom that we had scheduled for tonight, that I know a lot of like new people weren't able to get on. So my first one is, my first 2 things on my 6 list are in regards to the 3-3 rule, which we have like names for all these things. Call it whatever you want, at least do it. So the first thing is 3 posts that are not It Works related. So whether it's something funny, like a recipe you like, I think I shared one today that was like something about my son teething, just something that's like you as a real person, something you really think is funny, something that's not business related. Maybe you carved pumpkins with your kid, post a picture of that. Maybe you, I don't know, got your nails done, post a picture of that. If it's something you can apply, it's both, like a life post and a business post, that's fine, but you have to be posting. You can't just, you know what I mean? Like you have to be posting. So 3 posts that are not business related, not product related, just you as a human being. And so that's 1 out of my 6 list. 2 out of my 6 list, 3 business posts and or product related posts. That doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a post with results that are yours, you can use other results. We have plenty. If you have something in mind, like, y'all, I've really been wanting to post about the cleanse today. Can somebody help me out with that? Just put it out there so we can help you with it. Even if you're a little scared to even do that, just search. Go to my page, even if you want. I don't care. Follow my page. Search it. That's one thing too. Ghost follow people. If you see someone and you're like, you know what? I like the way that she posts. Follow them. Use them as inspiration. Save posts. You can click the three little, if you see a post, there's like three little dots in the top right corner. Click it and save post. That way later you can copy, paste it, maybe use a different picture, maybe change the wording a little bit, but be active with what you're doing. So the first two of my 6 lists are 3 non-working posts and 3 business-related posts, something like that. I like to post a lot about keto coffee related stuff because I like the keto coffee. I do think it is important that if, in any means that you can, try to use the product yourself. Because when you genuinely like something and you genuinely share that, the fact that you like it and then that's real. People really, they like that. Most of my customers are keto coffee customers because that's what I share about the most. That's what I have the easiest time talking about. For you, that's something else, then talk about that. You know what I mean? Utilize like what you're comfortable with too. It's not all, yes, you have to get out of your comfort zone. If you're like me and you're like, in the beginning, you're like, I am not cold messaging people. I was just thought that was so awkward. And once I got out of my comfort zone and I started doing it, it's really not that awkward. It's fine. It's like most people are actually really nice. And if you get stuck on a conversation or someone says something and you don't know where to go from there, take a screenshot, post it. Like, we'll help you. So the next thing I do is when I wake up in the morning, people who it shows that they have a birthday, I reach out to them. Hey, I saw in my notifications it was your birthday today. I just wanted to reach out and say happy birthday. I hope you have an awesome day. 2-3 sentences. It doesn't have to be some huge thing. That's one thing that they say a lot in this business is don't word vomit on people. Try to keep it short, keep it simple. And that keeps it like real, because I know I've seen some people post these real or like reply with these real long messages and they'll get replies back like, are you a robot? And then people are like, did you just ask me if I'm a robot? Like, that's so offensive. Like, no, I'm a real person. Well, it might be because it's just so long and it almost might come off as scripted that way. Because like sometimes people are like, hey, do you really like the coffee? And instead of being like, yes, it has this, I'll be like, girl, yes, it's friggin' the best thing I've ever had. Like, I'm literally drinking it right now because my crazy ass probably is really drinking it right now. People prefer that like realness. They're more susceptible to buy from someone like that than they are from 2, 3, 4, 5 Facebook doors over. Yes, you have to be like active in your messages and active in what you're doing. But I do thoroughly believe that you have to at least apply a good chunk of like attraction marketing to that. And like look at my Facebook front page and Emily's Facebook front page for examples. We have clean pictures. We have a nice, cute little descriptive, like Emily starts, I think it's like Wanderlust. I think mine starts, it's like coffee lover, mom of 2, like give a little description, give the world like a little piece of you because it's your business. That your Facebook is like your storefront in a sense. So that's how I try to think of it constantly. I'm always real. I'm real thoughtful in what I post, whether I'm like trying to be work related or not, because I know that even if people are not liking, are not commenting, are not reaching out to you for information, because that's not always how it works. People don't always just come to you. Sometimes they do, sure, but not always. They're still seeing it. They're still seeing it in their newsfeed, especially if you're doing little things like when you message someone happy birthday, when you have a recent message between someone, they're more likely to see your posts in their newsfeed. That's just how it works. The whole Facebook algorithm thing is a real thing. When you post something that's likable, like one that I did once was super silly. It was like, do you whip or do you mayonnaise? And it was like Miracle Whip or mayonnaise. that was it. Everyone commented like, I like this one. I like this one. Miracle Whip is nasty, because it is, first of all. But that alone had like 100 comments on it. And those people just being, silly interacting on my Facebook page. They were seeing my posts. They were generating potential customers. So so we've gone through 3 of 6. One thing I do also is I do try to remember that not every single person I've talked to is through Facebook Messenger. I try to make sure, like, when was the last time I went through my texts? I know some people have asked for my web link and they've asked me to email it to them. When was the last time I did that? When was the last time I've gone on my Instagram? Every once in a while, people get real active and want information, or maybe are interested in being a distributor through Instagram. So try not to let those things sit on the back burner. Although for me personally, it's like my Facebook is always on that front burner and is like on power boil. That's how I treat my business, but everybody's going to be different. It's just make sure that you're doing something. And if you're having a hard time finding out what it is that you want to do and how you want to word things, what type of pictures you want to use, where you want to find your pictures from. I use Pinterest, I use Instagram, I take stuff from Facebook. I take a lot of pictures myself because I like taking pictures. So if I'm somewhere and I'm literally like, I'm making my coffee, I always am like, what's a cute picture I could do today with my coffee cup or with my crazy hair and like stuff like that too. Like, just be a real person, go live. It's so hard to do it at first, but once you just do it a few times, even if the first time you do it, I probably went live like 10 times where I didn't show my face. I just showed my kids, people heard my voice. I maybe even showed myself making some stuff, but I wouldn't show my face. Do that if you have to, but at least start somewhere. You're not going to get here if you don't start, whether you're going to start close to there or you're going to start way in your own, just start somewhere. That's like my biggest thing. So I'm trying to keep it short because I know that like not everybody has time for like a full 30, 45 minutes. So I just want to go through just like the quick basics. So that's not putting things on your back burner. Check your texts, check your emails. Don't forget about Instagram, stuff like that. Set a quota for yourself. My personal one is like, I have to send at least 25 messages a day, or I don't feel like that was like a hard worked day for me. And I'm sure there's probably a lot of people who do more than that. And some days my goal is much higher than that because I have a certain bonus that I'm trying to reach for, or I've signed a new distributor and I have a fast start bonus that I'm trying to reach for. Go day by day if you need to. If you need to wake up each morning and make a quick list, like, this is what I need to get done today. This is what I need to focus on today. Do that. I'm sure as we all get closer to the end of November and our codes are going to start expiring, all of our goals are going to be changing. So, we should probably get together as distributors as well so that we make sure that we're setting the right goals for ourselves individually. I know I constantly follow up with Emily and Rochelle and whoever will listen to me, like, just so that I know that I feel like I'm on the right path, because it is my business. I do run it the way that I want to, but it's so amazing to have leaders like we do showing us the right way to do it because they've done it. They're successful at it. So you might as well utilize that and utilize this information. So send out messages to people. Even if for me, it's 25 a day at the very least, including my birthday messages, which is usually like 5-6 people a day. So that's a good 20 messages, whether it be I'm following up with people, whether it's like a, hey, do you want to do one of my, 30-day challenges, weight loss challenge. Hey, I tried this new keto coffee. I think you really like it. Do you want information on it? It doesn't matter what type of message it is. Even if you have no idea where to even begin on what type of message to send, ask me specifically if you want, even if I don't even know who you are. You can ask me and I will send you what I send to people and what works for me. I'm sure you could do the same in the 400 group that we have. You could post and say like, hey, I need to start reaching out to people and generate, like, I need to start it. What type of posts, what type of messages do you guys use? Like, utilize us, ask us questions. We will give you stuff. When we give you stuff, save it either to your notes so you can copy it again, paste it again, or save it to your text replacement. If you have an iPhone, use text replacement. It's like the biggest lifesaver in the world. Like I said, go live if you can. Instagram polls and, you know, fun stuff on your like stories, same with Facebook, are huge things with algorithm and like just getting people interested that wouldn't usually be interested. Especially, I recommend having a good, and even I need to be better about this, but I recommend having a good poll on your Facebook, especially every day, about whether it's about the business, whether it's about just whatever, something on there, even if it's not business related, because it really, anyone who clicks and votes, it makes a huge difference on your overall algorithm. Another thing, don't forget to constantly be growing your friends list, guys, because one of my new distributors right now, like I can tell she's a little bit frustrated because same thing with me. Sometimes your warm market isn't as warm as you think it is. You know, I always tell people like make a dirt list. People that are so supportive of you, they would buy dirt from you. That's a way that someone explained it to me when I first started. I had trouble when I made this list and I reached out to those people like I was told to do. Not nearly as many of them were even nice about it, let alone actually interested. So a big thing for me was I immediately had to start growing my friends list. One way that I did this was I would pick like-minded people that I was already friends with. I would go through and I would add any friends that we had maybe 3 or 4 plus mutual friends with. I would add them. Personally, I don't add males. That's something that you can decide on your own, but I don't want to deal with that, and I don't. So, I mean, unless they're like from a host and post or something, I'm not like trying to grow that part of my friends list, but that's just me personally. So those are my 6 things. So first of 2 are my 3 non-business posting stuff, 3 business product posting stuff. My number 3 is my birthday messages. My number 4 is remembering my other outlets that I have, texts, emails. I've got other stuff going on for this business that I don't want to put on the back burner. Facebook is always going to be first, but I can't forget about these other things that I am actively, you know, reaching out to people on. I did a vendor table recently that was really fun. If you like look it up, there's churches that do free ones and they're actually really fun, and it kind of gets you like, it lets you like experience your business on a different, like at a different perspective from a different level. So if you find a free one, the one that I did recently was $25 and it was fun. I did it with my husband and I mean, we had fun with it. So another thing too is just because you don't see like a like on your post or a comment on your post, just because you messaged someone and they were like, no, I'm not interested right now. Thanks though. Unless they're literally like, if you ever message me again, or if they're like, stop messaging me, unless they say that specifically, they don't mean like no forever, leave me alone. They mean not right now. I mean, I've tried a lot of products. Think about yourself personally. Did it not take a few times for someone to reach out to you about anything for you to be like, okay, I'll try it? Because that's how it is. I think the general rule is any person has to see something about 7 times for them to really be like, okay, I believe that this is effective. I believe that you're a trustworthy person. I will buy this from you. It takes effort. So put effort into it and it will pay you back. So I quickly just want to talk about, some people have questions about like, what is commission qualified? How do I do that? When you first sign up, you're automatically commission qualified. That's part of what you pay for in your business builder kit. So you're already commission qualified for your first 30 days. After that, if you want to be able to continue earning commission on your sales, you need to make yourself commission qualified. We all start at 0. All of our volume, if you're saying like, what is that? All of our volumes are, it's basically like a separate price point. If you think, like, for example, the Fat Fighters are $25 US. They're also 25 in BV, or bonus volume, or just volume. So $25, 25 volume. The coffee is $39 for the 15 servings, 30 in volume. I believe like the cleanse, for example, is $36 US, 35 in volume, if I'm not mistaken. So that explains volume a little bit. Your personal volume is volume from your own personal orders or from your very top line of customers. So if you don't have a product auto shipment turned on of at least 80 in volume or higher, so about $80, if you don't have something like that turned on, which I currently don't, that's okay. Just know that to be commission qualified, you're going to have to make sure that you have a personal volume of sales at about 150. So 150 volume. So at the, by the end of each month, you want to make sure that your personal volume is at least 150 or higher, and you'll earn commission on that month. So basically, those are the two ways to be commission qualified. Either you have an auto shipment turned on, which we recommend anyways, because, talking about, using the product on yourself is huge. But if you can't afford that in the beginning and you're still growing your business, that's fine. Just know, in order for you to be commission qualified for the following month, and in order for you to earn your shopping spree officially, you will have had to make yourself commission qualified, on your own, one of two ways: by either letting an auto shipment for yourself go through, or by having a total of 150 or more in volume of sales. And that will make you commission qualified. So we all start off at zero at the beginning. I mean, I start off at zero. Emily starts off at zero. Like, we all start off at zero. November 1st, everybody's eSuite and everything is going to say zero, not commission qualified. My grandma, her orders go through on the 3rd of each month. Come the 3rd, she orders the coffee. Now my personal volume, because she's on my top line, will be 30. And each month it'll start to go up. If you have distributors on your downline, group volume is the collective, basically. So if you're trying to be commission qualified through volume, just make sure you know that it's your personal volume that needs to be 150 or more in order for you to be commission qualified through volume. I'm just going to try to do these last couple just points really quick. So I also personally prefer to sign customers through my website. So if I'm signing someone up, I send them my quick, okay, awesome, let's get your order set up. Here's what here's the information that I need. If you need what I'm talking about script-wise, ask me and I'll send it to you. And it lists out, I need a contact number, email address, billing, it lists it out, everything I need. So I basically go to my website and I act as if I'm that person. I put in all their information. I check out as if I'm them. I confirm everything. And then once it all goes through, I text them. I say, okay, everything's gone through. Your total's this much. Your products should arrive in about this many days. If they're doing auto shipment, I would say your next auto shipment's scheduled for this day. If you need to change it, you should have a script for this as well. And if you don't, again, ask for it. I send them that. I set everybody's password when I'm creating this. Everything that you enter in for the order is going to be information that you just asked for and they just gave you, other than setting the password. So I set everybody's password to 123, or else you're going to forget it. So when you go to give them their information, you can be like, okay, your order's ready. Here's your customer ID number if you want to log in, track your orders, track your perk points, check things out. You would log in to my website with your new customer ID number, which is, X, and your password, 123. So that if you need to make changes for them, or a few weeks down the road, they're like, what's my password again? You can be like, oh, it's just 123. So that's how I like to do that. Everybody does things different, but that's how I personally like to do it. Another thing too is you do have an app for eSuite. Yes, this is true. Like we've shown this, you know, you have your eSuite app, your Pay app, your Zoom app, and like the Wrap app, which is what we use for results. A lot of things you do through your eSuite, you're going to want to do like through an actual browser. So if you don't have a laptop or a computer of some kind, just use the browser on your phone. Like go to Safari and, you know, you'll have to zoom so the screen is bigger. But if you look on that very front screen, you'll be able to see. If you look on that very front like eSuite screen, so you'll log into your eSuite, you'll be on the home page. I wish I could show it, but I don't know how to do screen share on here. So you log into your eSuite, you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see point accounts, and you'll have to click like view info on each one. Product rewards will be the top. It'll say how many product rewards you have. And underneath it'll say like points account activity or something. I can't remember exactly how it's worded, but it's your shopping spree, your product points. And to quickly clarify that, so when you first sign, your initial goal in your first 3 days, if you're wanting your shopping spree to be $150, your first customer would have to be signed within 72 hours or 3 days. If you don't accomplish that, it's not the end of the world. You know, they didn't even have that when I first signed up. It's a relatively new incentive that they have. So I think it's cool that they even have it. So basically the way you can look at it is you'll get at least a $100 shopping spree if all you do is sign 4 customers by your 30th day. If you can sign one more and that 5th customer, that one extra customer is within your first 72 hours, you've bumped it up to 150. That's how I look at it. You automatically have that pretty easy opportunity for that $100 shopping spree by having 4 customers within 30 days. And, you know, additionally, they're adding that perk on that if you sign your, you know, that very first customer, additionally, and prior to those 4, so 5 total, the first of 5 within your 72 hours, then you earn that $150 shopping spree. And when I did mine, I got a bunch of stuff and just like mailed it out as samples. I don't even know what I was thinking. I don't recommend doing that. You sell grab bags, sell them individually. Some people sell their coffees for $5 a piece. So if you're buying coffees at, you know, $40, $39 for 15, you sell those 15 for 5 a piece. You've, you know, made your money back like pretty quickly. So, and if you want to do, like I said, you can do grab bags. I think the best things to do grab bags with are going to be, if your intention is to have stuff to easily sell, to easily be able to both sell and use on yourself at the same time, because I think it's an appropriate combination of the two is important, because your viewers, you know, on Facebook do want to see you using stuff. So I would recommend personally getting the keto energy sticks, basically all of on anything you could throw in your purse, that'll work. So the keto energy sticks, the greens on the go. The greens on the go come in berry and orange. I personally don't like the orange that much. Everybody's different though. You can do, so the keto energy pixie sticks, the greens on the go, berry or orange, the collagen and the keto coffee, as well as the wraps, the facials, and technically I would say the Wow wrinkle cream. And those right now are $15 BOGO. So you get 60 for $15. Additionally, we have commitment free, which is an option that started October 9th. So October 9th through October 31st. We're not sure if they're going to extend it or not. So as of right now, just the month of October, someone can sign, order once, and then basically if they choose to turn their auto shipment off, it won't happen automatically. If they choose to turn their auto shipment off, they won't be penalized for it. So basically it's a way to reward our customers for continuing to order months 2, 3, and plus versus punishing them for not doing that. So just make sure that you're, you know, making notes of what customers have, what intentions of when they're ordering, how they're ordering. You know, your customers are a huge part, so make sure you're keeping notes on these people. I keep a I use like a contact book, so it's easy to find them. I'll put their name, their customer ID number, whatever their password, other relative information so that I don't forget about people. And on the 26th of each month, when the 25th orders have gone through, I go through everybody. I contact everyone who had a credit card decline, because you have this much time, this many days, the 25th through the end of the month, to try to get those people to get their stuff to go through, because it's going to affect your volume otherwise. Those are my things that I focus on. So I go through credit card declines, and on the 26th, between the 26th and the start of the following month, I fill out my calendar for the next month. So I write their names, just the first name of the customers, because for the most part, I know them well enough. Some people I'll put like a last name or like a little tiny little, this is just like my hanging calendar. And so every day when I walk by it, I check, like, looking a couple days ahead, do I have any customer orders that are about to go through that I need to be like, hey, Graham, do you still need coffee? Like, are you switching it up this month? Did you want to do that cleanse that we talked about? Like, I try to, treat your customers as if they're important to you, because they are. They're a really big part of your business. Don't forget about them. So we went through my 6 list. I've already gone like 15 minutes over what I wanted to. I hope that at least explained a little bit. So the shopping spree technically is, the making yourself commission qualified, like we talked about in regards to for after your first month. So within your first 30 days, make yourself commission qualified. Set yourself up for success for the next month by either of those ways. Get yourself commission qualified for the next month and sign, either the 5 or the 4 customers. Also, for every 2 customers you sign, you get 1 product reward. So say, your initial goal, you've signed your first within 72 hours, you've signed your, now your second, your third, your fourth, you just signed your 5th. So now you have 5 total customers. You're going to have the 150 shopping spree, and you're going to have 2 product rewards, because you have at least 4 customers. So 1 reward for every 2 loyal customers. Basically, you can then buy 1 bag of keto coffee, so 15 servings. 1 bag is $19 versus $39. And a full wrap application, which is 4 individual wraps, is $25 versus $59. Same with the facials. 4 facials, $25 versus $59. And as far as I know, when I placed an order for mine at some point, when I got wraps with my rewards, you don't pay tax or shipping on that. The tax might maybe just because I'm in New Jersey, but I know that I didn't have to pay shipping. It was just $25 flat, even, mailed and everything, and then they came. I sell those for like $20 a piece. Sometimes I'll do like 2 for this, or if someone wants all 4, I'll be like, all right, well, I'll do like, usually the cheapest you could get it is 4 for $59 as a loyal customer. So I'll do like 4 for $50. Something along those lines. It's a real easy way to utilize those product rewards so that you can spend a small amount of money to make a big amount of money. And if you're wanting to do something like go to conference, use those little tools to get you to your goals. Use your upline. I know I'm going to be sending this to my direct people. So if you're like, I agree with you, I want to be able to start like posting more or doing this or sending out messages, but I'm hesitant for this reason. Even if I don't have a perfect response for you or the right way to handle it, I'll find the response for you and how to handle it. Like, we will figure it out. That's the whole point of, why we had these people join our team, is because we want to be able to help them. Like Emily said, nobody should be left behind. So that's the number one reason right now why I'm even doing it this way, so that y'all can save this, play it in your car, play it while your kid's napping, put your headphones in while you're cooking dinner or whatever. If you don't have time to do one of these brand new Zooms, I hope that this helps. I highly, highly recommend hopping on. We do one almost every Tuesday evening. So if you can just at least commit to like 1 or 2, or at least commit to something, because staying connected to the team is a really big thing. We're all here for each other. And then during times, if you go running with your business and you're promoting, you're going to want these people there supporting you and helping you along the way. So if anyone has any questions about any of that, just let me know. And, another good thing too, go through the people on our team, go through the 400 group, people who are obviously leaders like myself, Emily, Rochelle, a bunch of those people. Go through, follow them, ghost follow people, which is basically when you follow someone, you can even mark as see first. Like, I see Emily's posts first because, people that I use their posts a lot and they're my mentors. I want to see what they're doing every day. I want to see them first. I want to constantly be encouraged and inspired by what, the people above us are doing, because it's working for them. So questions, reach out. I hope that this is helpful to you guys and I don't just sound like a rambling idiot. So just like stay focused. It's, right now, today, I'm literally recording this and it's the 25th. So as you guys are watching this, if you're someone who's like on your second month, your third month, start really making a plan already, this chunk of time for November. And I'm telling you, it'll make a really big difference in your overall business. I just promoted to Ruby last month and I'm like charted for the next promotion already. And it's not like I'm just saying like it's so easy and you can do this and do that. It's not. Like, you have to work at it. If you just like you would any other job, except this job you can do when you want to, how you want to. Like, it's a really cool opportunity, and just do it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, just get up and just like go for it, and you'll feel better about it. Now when I do, like, I would have never recorded a YouTube friggin' video for people that, like, no. But I'm glad that I can do stuff like this now. So I hope that helps everybody. Bye, guys.